are live. Coming to you live from Bed-Stuy. It's Sunday Live. It's one repping BK to the fillers. I don't think that's good luck at all, but that's neither here nor there. We're waiting for our members to join. I'm waiting for you to join the live. So it doesn't work for me. It does not work for me at all. See, and they be thinking I'm crazy on Instagram Live. What did I tell you about that? They be thinking I'll be talking to myself on Instagram Live, but little do they know you're recording on the other way. Let's see. Ooh, what if I add you as a moderator? What that mean? Let's see what happens when I do that. What does that mean? You can kick people from the jump. I'm trying to accept you. There we go. Yep.
Here we are, back again.
Back again. Yo. Man, yeah, you can't say crazy stuff right before we go live. That kind of throws me off and throws me off my game. It's not good luck. It throws me off my game. Because then when it's time to start the cast, it's like, yo, what was I talking about? What was we doing? But yo. Welcome to the All Done Podcast Live. I am Shakes. This is my boy Tracy. Tracy, what's going on, my brother?
It's been a hell of a couple weeks. I'll be honest. I don't know if down in the shit y'all folks got rain, but where I'm at in New York, we got quite a bit of rain, which caused some flooding that I'm currently dealing with. So my apologies for the miss last week. We don't like to leave y'all hanging, man. We always want to bring y'all this honest, familial content, but last week was, yeah.
I'm trying to think, was it last week we got the rain or the week before we didn't have power for the longest? I think last week it was straight. Yeah, it was the week before last week. Oh, last weekend I was in last weekend I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Did I talk about that on the pod?
You didn't, because we missed last week.
We missed last week. We went, y'all know my ladies made the championship game in the WNFC, and we went to Dallas and played in the championship game. The experience was dope. I'll say that. Great environment, a lot of events. The game didn't go quite like we wanted it to go at all. But no, they jumped dead on our ass and they showed us why they are who they are. And but it was definitely a dope experience. It was cool. Like, when you lose like that, it can do one or two things. It can either crumble a team or make them, all right, listen, we got to get right. And so far from the people I've spoken to and the posts I've seen, my team, they like, oh yeah, that can't happen again. So
yeah, but if you're a coach, you approach it differently, right? Because if you coach in this game at any level long enough, you're bound to be on both sides of those.
And that's a conversation me and my OC was having. He said, I've never been a part of a game like that. I said, yes, you have. We just been on the other side.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure if you throw it hard enough, if he's coached long enough, you're gonna be on the bad side more times than you would like. But I think that's part of the game and coaching players through how to deal with that, and especially y'all get to come back unified again, right? Y'all don't have to lose players. Obviously, college football people graduate, so.
We don't necessarily have to, but like NFL, like people, like we have a transfer portal, like somebody set up, and then people enter their name or free agent portal. People enter their name and teams they look at. So it's just like the NFL. You got free agency. We don't really have any trades because we don't get paid yet. But you got like teams like players that want to come play for you, players that want to leave your team. Like one of our players notified us that she'll be leaving our team and going to play for. She didn't say she'll be going to play for another team. She said she won't be returning this season. So you got people that retire that just done playing the game.
I get that though.
Yeah, so
I understand. I get that.
This is technically professional women's football, and so
Indeed.
It's a lot of things that you know emulate the NFL and stuff like that. So yeah, it is what
Well,
it is.
I'm glad y'all made it there, man. I think that is something to be said in and of itself. The fact that y'all were able to make it to that point,
I
right? I
appreciate
think
that, my
what
brother.
is it? It's like one of it was two of what out of the whole league.
What
How many teams are in the league total?
total? Ooh, I don't know, 20, 18,
Well,
something
there
like
you
that.
go. So those are good odds. And
Teams on the
then
West Coast, teams on
yeah,
the East Coast,
yeah,
teams on
yeah. So
the
y'all were able to play at a professional, facility. So that's dope. And again, we always here on the ADP, we shout out and we big up women's sports. So that's a big deal to have, female sports come and do that and play at that stage and have people get noticed because from what I've seen, the few clips that was rolling around in our group chat, their quarterback's pretty good. Their quarterback is a pretty good player. That opposing quarterback is a pretty good player. And I know
yeah.
you had mentioned
Brittany
some
Bushman is her name. Yeah, she's different.
yeah
But they have a receiver that's just goes crazy. But it was kind of cool because we did the breakfast or whatever, the championship weekend breakfast, and you
mhm.
get to hear what some of these women do, full time for a
Yeah,
job because,
that's
and it's
dope.
just like it's amazing. You
That's
got
dope.
teachers and like this one's like some type of robotic. One of them, their receiver, she's amazing, and uh, Maria Jackson, something like that. And
Mhm.
she's like a robotics engineer for like GE or something like that.
Now that's dope
Yeah,
though. That's dope
and
because they
then
sacrifice all of that, right? To come out,
to
they
play the
gotta
game.
practice, right? They gotta study this film. Shout out to the league for putting it together. I know these
Hmm.
things are not cheap. Like
Hmm.
if people want this equality, you want to see these things continue to grow, like yo, show your support. And that's at the ADP, that's what we try to do is show our support
Facts,
for
facts.
female sports. It's a lot of love on this side for what those women do and the sacrifices that they make.
Yeah,
So
it's dope. It's for sure dope. But yeah. So and then I had a birthday, so we were off.
word, happy belated to my brother. I mean, obviously, I texted you, Lindsay.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah, we
off,
spoke for sure.
Lindsay, stay off my ass. But obviously, I texted
We
you
spoke for sure.
and let my brother know you're just happy birthday. I think me and my friend are at a certain point in our relationship where we don't like certain things are like, yeah, we might shoot a text or something, but I don't know. For me, when you've been in it as long as we've been in it, we'd be like, bro, it's a birthday.
Thank you, thank you,
We
thank you.
we grinding on something, right? And again, that doesn't sound right, but we'll get
Yeah,
into that. But like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we have a focus on what it is we're trying to do. So
Like, yeah, I know. Like, I be knowing, like, all right, Tracy didn't forget.
yeah,
Like, or he did forget, but I understand why he forgot. So yeah, it's dope. It's dope. Like I said, you said you was dealing with a lot of issues with the weather. So last week
yeah,
was
man.
let's just scratch last week. Last week was a rough week. We just gonna learn and grow from it. That's all we can do.
OD,
Thank
and
you
I
for the
mean,
happy birthday.
no
That's
doubt.
greatly appreciated.
And
Um,
happy 4th of July, or if people don't subscribe to the colonizers.
I seen something for the first time and it said Happy Fourth of July. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. That was a good one. That was
That's
for
a good
sure a
one.
good one. But
That's a good one.
yeah, I thought so. That was fire.
I'm not here to tell people what to celebrate. I don't like those
Nah,
people because I'm not the fun police. If you want to barbecue with your family, you want to get outside, I'm not here to tell you don't do that because the colonizers did X, Y, and Z. I think, those of us who know the history, and we're living with it and trying to make it better for the people who, are the ancestor, the lineage of that history. So
yeah.
it's one of those things where I'm not here to tell you don't cook burgers in the name of
Did,
colonizers.
did you get you some? Did you get you some barbecue?
I did not have barbecue on the 4th. I didn't. Um,
It was just yesterday, bro.
I it's flooding. I got a
All
lot of
right,
things
cool.
going on. We got jobs. I think I had Chinese maybe. Let's go. I'm choking at the Chinese. I
That's
probably
a
got
whole
Chinese.
another conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, we here for a good time, not a long time. So what we here to talk about? We had a few things we was done
We are gonna
discussing.
talk about tonight stereotypes and false narratives. And I think it's an interesting time because obviously you just had a lot of July 4th events. You
Hmm.
just had Duval Day for those of you who aren't in our community, who aren't of the culture. Duval Day is a staple of our community. put on by one of our own little Duval, who is an interesting small man, but he's hilarious.
I don't know what no Duval Day is. I had never heard of that.
You don't know what Duval Day is?
No.
So Duval Day, for my friend here who apparently is going to make me look crazy for not knowing what the hell Duval Day is. But that's good because now y'all know. This is not scripted. I'm just trying to know my guy. So Duval Day is something that Lil Duval put together maybe 3 years ago, and it's Essence Fest on steroids.
Okay.
Which Essence Fest also
It was
just
also last week. Yeah, that's right here in New Orleans.
and so they
have a whole lot of events.
Yeah, Duval Day is crazy. I want to get down there one time and do it.
Shout out
to Lil Duval for bringing the community out, bringing the community together, showing love, giving the people a safe space to have fun. So shout out to Lil Duval for that. But yeah, Duval Day, you got Essence Fest, you got all these events that have been happening on the 4th and around the 4th. So a brilliant conversation that has kind of been swirling the internet is what is appropriate for some of these events. What are the stereotypes and maybe some false narratives? Today we have India Ari, who I love. India Ari, I love India Ari. Shout out to that sister, love her. I am not my hair, but she had some issues with some of the twerking at Essence Fest.
Yeah.
And you see a similar type of situation at Duval Day. So I think social media is really buzzing right now about what is appropriate for certain events and what isn't. So is it appropriate to twerk at Essence Fest?
Appropriate
to twerk at Duval Day?
It's one of those things to each his own. It kind of goes back to the Chance the Rapper thing with someone dancing on him and he's married. It's just we put so much on what I would do, and her point was it's not becoming of us. Some things should be done on stage, some things should. And I think she mentioned Meg Thee Stallion and
I think Meg Thee Stallion and Janelle Monáe, who I love very dearly, their music and their souls. They brought apparently women on stage at Essence Fest to twerk.
Had them twerking.
I think her point though was that Essence Fest is for Black excellence. It's not. It's to showcase Black American individuals in a light to the global sphere that we are.
But it's also a music festival, isn't it? That's a big part of it. And the thing about that is, Meg Thee Stallion is Black, right? Last time I checked.
She is. I think she's a Black American too. Yeah, one of us.
Yeah, and
American descendants of slaves.
Yeah, she's pretty excellent. I think has a pretty good musical career.
Sure.
And that's her genre of music, that dance, that twerk, blah 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 blah. That's her genre of music. So it's not shocking for her to have people come up on stage and twerk.
Do you think? I think people have reached a place with twerking though, right?
What do you mean?
So like when we start to get into this twerk culture, and I'm not the fun police. Again, that's like my favorite line because I don't want to tell people what to do and what not to do. But to play devil's advocate to your point and to maybe push India's point a little further, is there a time and a place for everything? So we also had the BET Awards. We also had the BET Awards jump off while we were away. And you got Sexy Red there. I don't know if you've seen the video where Sexy Red is doing her song. And you got some old brothers. It's the funniest video. If you haven't seen it, I got to send it to you immediately. But it's her doing that song, Pound Town. And there's these older brothers. They're looking over their shoulders at her doing it. And a pregnant woman twerks on her. And then these old brothers in these first couple of seats. And they're just looking at her like, I'm never coming here again. I'm not doing this thing again.
I didn't see it.
It's over for me. There's no way I'm coming back in that.
What is?
Fucking got me in the middle of, but I'm not coming here. And so, right, this weekend you had a plethora of beautiful Black events. You got BET, you got Essence Fest, even Duval Day. I think Uvalde, the newer one, maybe people feel like, okay, Florida, Jacksonville, they give it up a certain type of Jacksonville, Florida way. But people have a reverence to those other two events. People have a reverence to BET. And maybe they don't want to know that you're pussy pink and your booty hole brown.
I mean, but
And,
the BET invited her there,
okay.
and that as much of because India already she mentioned music being an export and everything, whatever.
Yeah, because it
But
is.
it's entertainment, and that's what's entertaining right now. That's where we are in music.
Let me
You
ask you
know,
this then. Let me ask you this then. Do you think the consumers of that entertainment that don't have your hue are entertained for the same reasons you or other people of your hue would be entertained?
um, some yes, some no. Same reasons. So, like some of us are entertained, some of us aren't. Some of us are for some reasons. But at the end of the day, we're coming to get that check, as you know.
I get that, but I think what India is getting at
She's
is,
saying you can do something else and get the same check, blah 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 blah. Now it is not selling.
I don't think that Pound Town song's not going anywhere anytime soon. You're going to hear it
It,
this summer.
it
Right.
probably exactly.
So her point is, again, what I said from the beginning is time and a place. So what we want, and this is my envision of Black excellence, right? So
Mm-hmm.
for certain events, I look at Michael Rubin's all white party, and I didn't see that. It was glorified. The way it looks is different than what I seen from the BET Awards and from Essence Fest.
I mean, that standard is set, right? No, like when you
It's
send out the invitations for these events, oh, this can't happen, that can't happen.
okay. So I think what India is pointing at is no. You know what I want at the BET Awards, the Black Entertainment Television Awards? I want Denzel there. I want Hove there. I want Beyonce to show up. I want
That's
Rihanna.
fine, but now, so we're not going to highlight these other black people, black excellence,
We
and get
can,
it right.
but we
No, that's
can, and I understand your point.
bullshit.
Can you pull? Do you feel it's appropriate to pull the? Can I pull Sexy Red's coat and say, "Hey, listen, we're gonna have you there, but it ain't get in the aisles, have the pregnant woman twerk on you with the money phone. It ain't that type of event because we want
So
upper
what?
echelon."
So then, what do you want her to do? Because what other song do you know from Sexy Red?
I don't know any song from Denzel.
That is her hit song. So what else do you want her to do?
So you don't feel like there's a level of decorum that she can deliver a Pound Town with?
I almost said the lyrics. No, no. I mean, it's a raunchy song.
Okay.
It's a you know.
So what? My point again. I'm gonna piggyback on
Because
what
they
you.
didn't say these things to Lil Nas X when he was at his
That's
different award shows and doing
an
his different.
interesting conversation. That's a different one.
Because it was just like, oh no, he's expressing himself artistically. He's
Yeah,
he's
and I
he's
don't see anything
championing for the LGBTQ plus community.
what the last song you heard from Lil Nas X was the men twerking in the jail. That was like 2 years ago. I think.
In our genre, and that's because we really like it wasn't big on our hip hop stations,
But
but
people
it
had a
was
problem.
big.
You know why, right? It wasn't. You're right. People had a problem
But
with
that
it.
was within our community. In the pop world, he's still,
All right, then fine.
on the trajectory.
We're at this point we're discussing our stereotypes and how once you put out at the BET Awards, because this is what the global stage sees us as, right?
Mm-hmm.
BET, that's Black Entertainment Television. So when you have pregnant girls and pussy pink booty hole brown, if that is what we are projecting to the world, and that is what we're only projecting to the world, because on the ADP, multiple times I've stated, you have to have duality.
Yeah, I was saying, but that's not the only thing we're projecting to the world.
It was a tough show. It was a tough watch.
I
I've
mean,
watched
yeah, in the show, but like I said,
it.
the
It was
number
a
one
tough watch.
export is music, and within that, you still have the India Iries and the J Cole's and the things like that.
Yeah, but
So, like you said, it's a
that's being
duality.
promoted. That's not being promoted. Like, did you see? Was India at the BET?
I didn't see the BT Awards. I had a hell of a week
How
last week.
about J. Cole? Would you think J. Cole would be there?
I mean, he hasn't had nothing like crazy recently. No,
How about Kendrick? How about Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick hasn't had nothing recently. Like, what we talking about?
How about Hove and Beyonce? You think they'd be there?
Maybe for God did. I don't think Beyonce dropped the album last. Did you drop the album
Bro,
still last year?
she's on tour right now for
She,
Renaissance. She's
She's on tour, exactly, when the Renaissance come out.
They went to Michael Rubin's white party.
I mean, you know, Michael Rubin invited them. Like, yo, what I'm saying is, never mind, because like we're not gonna agree on this.
No, it's not even to agree, but I think, would you agree that India has a point?
Has what point?
That's what people are trying to.
The point that there's a time and a place for everything. Absolutely, that's a great point.
Yeah, don't shrug me though.
That's a great point. That
don't give it to me like pepperoni on a pizza. I need you to really evaluate it and be like.
That's a great point. There's a time and a place for everything. Why isn't the BET Awards or the Essence Festival a time and a place for that? There are music festivals that.
What?
Do you remember Woodstock?
I do.
Remember, like the number one band at the time was like Korn or something like that.
Woodstock, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, and everybody wanted that heavy metal, kill everybody music, right? Because that was the time and place. It was a music festival.
Let me ask you this. Then where is Black people's place for Black excellence? Where's the place where we're gonna get up in our tuxes? We're gonna elevate our elders, our superstars in a elegant way. We're not gonna demean ourselves, even if I like my pussy pink, my booty hole brown. Even if I'm into that, tonight is not the night we're doing that. Tonight is for elevating.
But see, that's the thing.
Then if you're
no, that's not true. What you got to understand is with an event like Essence, there are a bunch of events within that. So there are probably like, okay, you know, tux and gown events during Essence. Essence is a week.
Behind the curtain?
No, I'm not behind the curtain. Because honestly, would you have known about that performance if India Ari didn't bring it up?
I would have, because I follow Essence Fest as a consumer of Black culture.
So you trying to tell me you didn't see not one single, you know, suit and tie event?
I just told you. I see Michael Rubin had an all-white party.
I'm talking about the Essence Festival. That was in the Hamptons, wasn't it?
What was
Michael Rubin's party?
It was in the Hamptons.
That was in New York.
And
Essence is in New Orleans.
And people acted accordingly. My question is, why is the response to Michael Rubin's? You don't see, and I know you've seen the pictures of celebrities in all white. I know you've seen them on your timeline.
I'm looking at them now.
They're everywhere. But you don't see none of that other stuff that you see in that BET and Essence. You don't see.
So is that to say there was no ratchetness going on at Michael Rubin's party? I'm asking a question.
I would say, of course there was. It's a party.
Oh, okay, so, you know, some people probably did some booger sugar.
But
there's probably some crazy stuff happened there.
But to handle yourself with a certain level of decorum, I'm not telling you to not enjoy a party. I'm telling you to not have these elders looking over their shoulder like, who is this young ratchet little girl that I don't ever want to be around again?
I mean, but the thing is, like I said, they're artists, and that's their art.
Are you okay with that? Are you okay
with that being their art?
No, you okay with the explanation that, okay, there was a time when our art was bombing 40s out of a beer funnel. And we would do St. Ides and OE, and we would get ratchet with it. But we wouldn't take that shit upstairs now, would we?
No, because we live downstairs.
But we wouldn't take it upstairs anyway. We wouldn't be like, hey, elder, person I respect. Hey, hold this.
That's not true, because we also partied on the app with grown-ups. And we gave it up how we gave it up.
But okay, so since you bring up that point, did they have a certain level of decorum that they demanded of us?
I'm sure they did. No, but did they also get ratchet with it too?
At the end of the night, once everybody is in their bag, cool.
Come on now.
We were mature enough to be in the places we were in. We weren't like, my pussy pink, my booty hole brown, now invite me in. We handled ourselves in a certain way, and so we got invited.
Millions.
I need to be very clear on this, because this will absolutely come up in later episodes. I need you to be absolutely clear with me.
Yeah.
You are okay with Black people, because I asked you a very simple question. You did not answer me.
What was the question?
You're okay. my question was very simply, where is the black space where, no, we're not doing that. We're doing tuxes. We're doing ball gowns. We are going to carry ourselves as a dignified folk at this event to uplift, especially what we're projecting to the world. That's what I feel like, and I don't want to speak for anybody.
Don't Diddy do a party like that in the Hamptons?
Maybe.
It was. I want to say a Diddy party where it was just nothing but.
It's the
What
man
was the one with? What was the one where Ho wore like a flamingo suit?
No, that's like that's Rock Nation. That's Rock Nation brunch. That's whole
Come
stuff.
on, that's another thing. Rock
Okay,
Nation brunch.
okay, cool. So if you're telling me Rock Nation brunch is a place where it's dignified, you know why?
Because the standard was set. I mean, it's like if we throw a party right now, we set the vibe.
And so what India is saying that those two venues used to be venues of upper echelon. They weren't always pussy pig booty hole brown. There was a place that they were not. That wasn't what.
You want to know why I'm not going to agree with that? Because at some point, Uncle Luke was on that shit performing Doodoo Brown.
I feel like the decorum. Our music.
At some point, Uncle Luke was performing Doodoo Brown. Yes or no?
It's probably yes,
Come on,
and it's probably been worse than that. But my point is, once Doodoo Brown is over, we're going to still carry ourselves after that event with a certain level of decorum.
And they just might. We don't know what Sexy Red or Megan did after.
I know I've seen them. No, because again, the Essence Fest thing, these people were brought on stage. So now we're going off script. The Sexy Red clips that I see, she's in an hour. She's not on the stage performing.
During their performance.
I don't even know.
During their performance.
I don't know. Okay, the Megan Janelle Monáe might have been during their performance. But again, what is your... I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm simply trying to ascertain what you think it is. Do you think it's okay at Essence Fest, where I think you would agree that the message is black excellence and we're projecting it around the world?
I just know listen. I know so many people that have been. I know so many people have been to these events, like been to Essence Fest, and there's different events. There are some events where it's just like, all right, well, it's a little bit more low key, more like a social mingle thing. There's something that's like, if you're gonna give me an award or honor me for what I do, I'm not gonna change what I do because you honored me for what I did.
I don't think
so. Because Megan was performing, right?
They were, yeah.
Why is she performing? Because what type of music does she make? She make that twerking club type music, right? So why would I change that?
Okay. And if that's your assertion, then again, I think there's a bigger conversation to be had on another night about time and place. Because I feel India, I really do. And I don't like picking sides because again, I'm not the fun police. But there's been videos of these twerking is coming to a place where it's becoming outdated. You can't do it everywhere. I see people twerking at funerals, people twerking at bar mitzvahs, people twerking at child circumcisions. The shit is getting ridiculous. And so when black elders say like, yo, time and a place, you don't need to shake your ass every place.
It's just that's where we are in our culture without dance.
And I'm not
wait. At one point, people was breakdancing at all these places.
Okay, yeah, hip hop, the origins of hip. Yeah, and it wasn't.
And we just transitioned. So now,
are you saying breakdance is the same as twerking?
I'm just saying. Have you ever turned your head from a twerking video?
Are you going to tell
me? What I'm saying is that is the point in time we were at. Just like now,
but it's not comparative.
You know, at one point people was robots. You know, all that.
But it's not again, not comparative though. So there's a video.
It's just showing where we're at that time.
There's a video we'll show
at the headlight, at the red light, twerking on the headlight.
There's a video where Normani, who I love, beautiful sister Sierra, Elda, legend in the game, Meg, who's killing the shit right now. Those three sisters are in Italy, and they are twerking in a room full of white people, and it looks uncomfortable. You got these three. To the white people standing around and anybody who's seen the video that has any dignity to themselves.
It was
They're
uncomfortable for them to put us on boats and bring us over. So
I'm
I don't give a
I'm
damn
not
about
saying
about your
all
comfort.
right. So I mean, I'm not here to appease Caucasian folks, but what I do want is us to have a certain level of decorum that we display when it's necessary. And I think the fact that me and
But
you can't agree on the terms.
I agree. I agree with that point. What I'm saying is the Essence Festival. What it wasn't that probably wasn't that place that point. The
All right,
BET
so
Awards
but
wasn't that place. Wasn't that point. You're honoring.
where is it? Because all you got from me is a Rock Nation brunch, maybe, and that's only been going on for a couple years.
I mean, listen. I can't answer that. So maybe maybe that's our goal in life. Maybe that's our destiny to set that place to where we can have that decorum where no, we're gonna
Here's
honor
what I
you
want
for
to say.
your contribution to the art, but
Here's
you
what I
will
want to
not
say.
bring 6 women on stage twerking.
Here's what I want to say about stereotypes as well. And I think in some of India's messaging, people don't read, so some of it can get lost. So let me try to articulate what that's what it's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, and this is not on purpose, and I think this is what I'm really trying to get at as the bigger point is, you don't mean to paint a large picture. You simply just want to shake your ass. And in doing that, you're not wrong. But you have to understand the people around you and why they want to shake your ass and why they feel so inclined to shake their ass when they get around you. Because when we go to the Country Music Awards, you don't want to shake your ass. When you go to the Latin Music Awards, oh, you're not so inclined to shake your ass. When you go back, Nicki Minaj talking about Trinidad and how that culture needs to be respected. It's not so much about shaking your ass. And so to black people, black Americans, American descendants of slaves, however y'all want to paint us today, we just want our cultures respected the same way everyone else's cultures are respected. And do not use our youth who are, I believe you, I'm with you, brother. Authentically, Meg is solid. And I think as a 24, 25-year-old, I think Meg just like to shake her ass. And at her age, she should be able to do that. And it's not fair for us to put a responsibility on that young lady to say, hey, you know what? Sometimes you can't shake your ass. Because the way it's going to depict all of us, because that's what they do.
Yeah, but then don't put her or don't put people like that in a certain place to where this is what got me my bag.
She's elevated right now. And I'm not even talking about Meg. Let's talk about Cardi. And I love Cardi. It was cool. She came up on Ratchet Culture. Yo, funny girl, personalities on 10. Cardi is famous because she does a hell of a depiction of black inferiority. Because she's not a black person. She's Latino, Hispanic. She doesn't take that shit to her culture. She's not going to go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and that be the thing that makes her famous. Her shaking her ass and talking that ratchet shit. That's what they're trying to put on us. And I'm not saying, no, it's fine. Entertainment is entertainment. But understand what we're dealing with.
We're consumers of this stuff as well.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. Entertainment is entertainment. But understand what we're dealing with at the same time.
So why is it that we're the only ones who our entertainment defines who we are?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Why are we the only ones that happens to?
That's deep. Yeah, that's the appropriate question. I have an answer. Well, I'm not even gonna say I have an answer.
Not even who we are, who the majority is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you right now because the system of white supremacy, right? Because I gotta say that every episode that racism, white supremacy plays a part in all these stereotypes and false narratives painted about any industry or any group of people, right? Like that's global anti-blackness has been a thing before we were born, and we're trying to eradicate it now, but it's been around a long time. And so when you start to think about Meg, these people don't control their own careers, so it could go real deep. When we start to look at RICO cases and things that Irv Gotti's went through, you start to see indictments for Rockefeller, all these little small labels under these huge umbrellas that are white, right? We could get real deep into it and why certain people don't get charged and why certain people are hit with certain charges. But I don't want to. Tonight is not about that. Tonight is about let's control what we can control.
So then
We said that before.
let's stop being consumers of it. Next time you listen. No, listen. Let's fix your algorithms. there won't be anyone on your timeline twerking.
I don't want that.
You don't
I don't want that.
want what?
I don't want it. I don't want the twerking to go away on my timeline.
Why?
I don't know why you would suggest something like that.
Why? Why don't you want that to go away?
Because it's entertainment. And on a bigger scale, I think it helps. There's certain brothers who be out here like, yo, if I don't like that twerking on my timeline, I might shoot up a store. I might kill my baby mom. It's brothers out here that need you to shake that ass on the internet. And that's okay. It's fine. It's entertainment. And then a lot of
I have some friends who had a song and it never made waves that big where they said, if you're pregnant, throw your hands in the air. And all my pregnant bitches, let me see you shake that.
yeah,
So,
that's a hit. Who made that? That's a hit. That sounds like a hit. That sounds like a hit. That's I'm trying to tell you. And entertainment is entertainment. You can have you can have a pregnant young lady shake her ass if that's what she chooses to do.
Sexy Red did.
And Christian, I think it's Christian rock. No, I don't think Sexy Red, but it doesn't matter. One of them pregnant and they were shaking their ass. The point is time and a place. We're cool with it. I think again what India is saying, we don't have many black institutions. BET institution, bro. Whether people want to admit it or not, you don't like it, you hate it. Tyler Perry taking over, you don't like that. Whatever you want to say, institution. Essence, the magazine.
So we can't twerk on BET now.
All right.
Because remember,
I'm just.
what was it, BET After Dark? Tip drill?
Tip drill, yeah, I got you.
So don't tell me that, no.
That's my point. That's what after dark, right? I told you after dark. I said it's 3 a.m. The children and the kids are asleep.
Come on, bro.
It's time for tip drill now.
You watch BT After Dark. You was a children. You was a child when you sleep.
Oh, now we're going into what I watched as a child.
Whatever. Man, let's get ready to wrap this up, bro.
I'm trying to tell you about these kids. You're right. You do got to wrap it up because I think this podcast, if no other one, will be a conversation starter. And again, I'll wrap it up like this. I am in no way interested in being nobody's fun police. I don't care. If you want to shake your ass, shake your ass. You want to shake your ass at the White House? But we just talked about the trans individual slighting their own community because they wanted to bring their titties out at an invite at the White House, right? We just discussed that.
That's true. That wasn't the time nor the place.
And so in the same vein, this is all some of our elders. Now, I grant you, some of our elders, and I forgive my language, some of them, like my mentor puts it, they're just old niggas. They're not elders. They're just out here trying to tell people what to do because back in my day type of energy. And that's not cool. Because like I said, Meg, you shake ass great. Please, go get your bag and shake your ass. But when it comes to when we're trying, Tyler just bought BET. And we're trying to build our institutions. And we're trying to show the world, like, yo, we want our reparations. We want to be taken serious as a culture, as an ethnicity, as a group of people. All I'm saying is to consider it. Time and a place.
Okay. It's on me?
It's on you, man.
It's on me. I heard you. It's a time and a place. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to wrap it up on this. If they are paying you the bag, if you've made your success by doing that, there for sure is a time and a place for you to do that.
Sure.
But if they invite you to perform your art, you perform your art the way you know how. I'm not judging you. I think, Meg, that's what you made the baddies, and that's what you call them, the baddies or the hotties, one of the two. The hotties. So when you perform, you call your hotties to stage to do whatever they do. You know, whether you hear the cry baby, whatever it is, do your thing. I'm not mad at that. So
I don't think neither one of us are. So I'm glad you felt like you need to articulate.
It's not just me. I'm just saying, like you're saying that, we're saying it's a time and a place, or Miss Irie said it's a time and a place. It is. So I don't expect her to be at a White House brunch doing it, but at an award show that's celebrating her music and what made her famous and popular and help feed her family, do your thing. Twerk away.
That's a fair point. Clip it and post it for a poll.
You got anything else, bro?
Nah, man, that's it, man. On that note, this podcast is all done. We love y'all. We're going to see you next week.
Peace. Love.
Peace.